Frozen. The kingdom of Arendelle was a happy place. The king and the queen had two young daughters, Anna and Elsa, but the family had a secret. Elsa could create ice and snow with her hands. One night, Anna convinced Elsa to turn the ballroom into a winter wonderland. As the sisters happily played together, Elsa accidentally lost control of her magic. An icy blast hit Anna in the head, and she fell to the floor unconscious. The king and the queen rushed the girls to the trolls, mysterious healers who knew about magic. A wise troll named Grand Pebble saved Anna by removing her memories of Elsa's magic. He explained that she was lucky to have been hit in the head, not in the heart. The troll told the king and the queen that Elsa's power would only grow stronger. Fear would be her enemy, he warned. The king and the queen knew they had to protect their daughter. To keep her magic a secret, they closed the kingdom's gates. The king gave Elsa gloves to contain her powers, but she was still afraid she might hurt someone. She even avoided Anna to keep her safe. Then, when Anna and Elsa were teenagers, their parents were lost at sea. The sisters had never felt more alone. Elsa stayed inside, where she could hide her magic, but she could not keep the castle's gates closed forever. On the day of her coronation, her subjects were invited inside to celebrate. Elsa was nervous, but Anna was thrilled at the chance to meet new people. She had barely stepped outside of the castle when she met Prince Hans of the Thousand Isles. Anna was smitten with the handsome prince. The two instantly fell in love. At the coronation ball, Prince Hans asked Anna to marry him. Anna said yes right away, and the couple went to ask Elsa for her blessing. Elsa refused to bless the marriage. She couldn't let her younger sister marry a man she had just met. Anna couldn't believe Elsa. "Why do you shut me out? What are you so afraid of?" she cried angrily. As Elsa fought with her sister, she lost control of her magic. Ice shot from her hands. Now, all of Arendelle knew her secret. Panicked, Elsa fled into the mountains. With her secrets out, Elsa let her powers loose. A storm raged around her as she created an ice palace and even changed the way she looked. Below her, ice and snow covered Arendelle. Anna felt awful. Leaving Hans in charge, she went after her sister. As Anna trekked through the forest, she lost her horse. Luckily, she met an ice harvester named Kristoff and his reindeer, Steven. The two agreed to help her find Elsa. High in the mountains, Anna and Kristoff came across a dazzling winter wonderland where they met a living snowman. "I'm Olaf," the snowman said. Anna realized that Elsa must have created him. She asked Olaf to lead them to Elsa so she could bring back summer. Olaf loved the idea of summer and happily led them to Elsa's palace. Inside, Anna told Elsa about Arendelle's winter storm. "It's okay, you can just unfreeze it," she said. But Elsa didn't know how to stop the snow and the winter storm. Frustrated, she cried out, "I can't!" An icy blast shot across the room and hit Anna in the heart. Crystal rushed forward to help Anna. "I think we should go," he said. At the base of the mountain, Kristoff noticed that Anna's hair was beginning to turn white. He knew his friends, the trolls, would be able to help her. Grand Pebble saw at once that Anna was hurt. "There is ice in your heart, put there by your sister," he said gravely. "If not removed, to solar ice you will freeze forever." Grandpappy explained that only an act of true love could throw a frozen heart. Anna knew Hans was her true love. Maybe a kiss from him would save her heart from freezing. Anna, Kristoff, Stephen, and Olaf raced back to Arendelle to find Prince Hans. But Hans was not in Arendelle. He had set out to look for Anna when her horse returned without her. Hans and the search party arrived at Elsa's palace. The men attacked Elsa, and she defended herself. One of the men aimed a crossbow at Elsa. Hans pushed it aside, and the arrow hit the chandelier. It crashed to the ground, knocking Elsa out. Hans and his men took the queen back to Arendelle and threw her in the castle's dungeon. Outside the kingdom, Anna, Kristoff, Olaf, and Stephen hurried down the mountain. Anna was getting weaker by the minute. Kristoff was worried about her. At the castle gates, he passed her to the royal servants. He was starting to realize that he cared deeply about Anna, but he knew her true love Hans could make her well again. Anna found Hans in the library. She asked him to save her life with a kiss, but he refused. Hans had only been pretending to love Anna so he can take over Arendelle. He put out the room's fire and left Anna to freeze. In the dungeon, all Elsa could think about was getting away from Arendelle. It was the only way to protect everyone, especially Anna, from her powers. Elsa became so upset that she froze the whole dungeon and escaped. Alone in the library, Anna realized how reckless she had been. In trying to find love, she had doomed her sister and herself. Just when Anna had given up all hopes, Olaf burst through the door. The snowman lit a fire to warn her. Anna worried that the fire would melt Olaf, but the snowman didn't care. "Some people are worth melting for," he said. Just then, Olaf looked out the window. He saw Kristoff riding back toward the castle on Stephen. The snowman realized that Kristoff was Anna's true love. Olaf helped Anna outside. Then he saw Hans about to strike Elsa with his sword. Anna threw herself in front of Elsa. Hans' sword came down just as Anna's body froze to solid ice. Elsa wrapped her arms around her frozen sister. "Oh, Anna," she sobbed. Then something amazing happened. Anna began to throw. "An act of true love will throw a frozen heart," Olaf said. "Loved," Elsa cried, looking at Anna. "That's it! Love was the key to her magic." She reversed the winter and brought back summer. With summer restored, Arendelle returned to normal, but from then on, the castle gates were open for good. For the first time in a long while, Arendelle was a happy place again, and Queen Elsa and Princess Anna were the happiest of all, for they had found their way back to each other.